This is Patrick Mahomes. Welcome to Check Our Facts podcast. I support this message and I hope you enjoy it. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight. Thank you.
First topic up, should Dak Prescott get paid?
No.
He should get paid. Not that much. I mean, obviously, all players are gonna be paid. Just
What does he get paid now?
He's getting paid like
Is he still under rookie contract?
yeah.
I think so.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
He was a third round draft pick.
No, but he's still under.
He should be under a rookie because he's only played
Yeah.
for.
He's making
Okay, so here's the
he's
question:
making like $1 million or 500,000.
Who's the top paid quarterback right now?
Russell Wilson,
How much?
33 million a year. I'm pretty sure.
33 million,
He's
which
not-
I think is also outrageous that he's the highest paid quarterback in the league, but that's my opinion.
Hey, he's
But-
really good.
But Dak Prescott, give me 5 players top better than Dak Prescott.
Easy.
Go,
Very
okay.
easy. Russell Wilson, Tom Brady, Phillip Rivers,
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes,
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson. We listed off 17 quarterbacks
Here's
better than him.
but hold on. Here's the argument for Dak. Okay, Dak Prescott is 32-16 in his first 3 years with a 66% completion percentage. Has thrown for nearly 11,000 yards, 67 touchdown passes, has a 96 passer rating.
So-
We look at Tom Brady. What does he have? 34-12, 62% of his passes completed, and has an 86 passer rating. Peyton
Okay.
Manning.
Okay, no, let's just stop right there. Great, but then let's go into that part of, hey, how many Super Bowls does Tom Brady have in the last 3 years? How many does Dak have?
Dak has one playoff game won in 3 years when he's made the playoffs every year, right?
You have the
No,
best
because
offensive.
of
You have
second
one of the best offensive lines in all of the NFL.
And he only made the
You have
playoffs
the best
twice.
running back in the NFL. You have a top 10 receiver now, arguably, Amari Cooper.
And Ezekiel Elliott, that's arguably top number one. There's a few guys above him.
If I'm gonna put money
In my
on
opinion.
it, I would give Dak $25 million a year.
I said 20. But
I say 15.
But Luke, you're looking at the
I
stats.
say tops 30 million. I could pay him 30 million, honestly.
I don't know.
I mean, hold on. Who can you name a bunch of quarterbacks? I mean, he's shown he's durable. He's shown he can consistently win. We just haven't seen him really in the postseason that often.
But that's the only time that it matters.
Well, Russell Wilson had a Super Bowl in his second year. And he didn't get paid for a while.
Yeah.
He won a Super Bowl.
Next topic up. Kirk Cousins. Did he deserve his contract?
No! I'd rather have Case Keenum. By far.
Like, looking at Kirk, like, when he was in the Redskins, am I the only one that saw him as not even a top, 16 quarterback? Like, he's not better than half the quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
Now that I can disagree with. I think he's really mediocre. I think he's probably top 16 slightly, because he does put up numbers. He can win games. Just he chokes. Like, he cannot make it to
Wait,
the postseason. He
how many
cannot succeed
how many
in the
postseason games has he won?
Has he won?
I
But
already
I'm gonna debate that because it's like
Yeah,
I'm looking at the Redskins. He was on a trash team.
I mean, he
I
made,
mean,
he
hold
made
on, you had
postseason 3
You had
times.
Jordan Reed, Vernon Davis, and you had Deshaun Jackson for a short period of time. You had a solid.
You didn't
offense.
have an awful line? It
I mean,
wasn't
you had Brandon
good,
Sheriff. You had
obviously.
Brandon Sheriff. That was another man on your offensive line.
Defense was not awful.
And you had Josh Norman at corner. No, he had a solid team all around him. He just couldn't succeed no matter what. When it came down to it, he could not succeed in the postseason. He can't succeed getting to the postseason.
So we're looking at it when we picked up Kirk Cousins. We had 3 arguably starting quarterbacks in the league. for cheap. We had Teddy Bridgewater, that was not great, but was also not getting paid. But he also won games, and has won a postseason game before.
Yeah.
And then we had Sam Bradford. Yeah, his legs are brittle and might blow in any season. And then we had Case Keenum. I don't know, when you're looking at it, why would you put $28 million when you could just put it in your offensive line?
In 2015, Teddy Bridgewater brought the Vikings to an 11-5 record.
Better than...
Look
Kirk
at what
Cousins.
Case Keenum did in his last year for the Vikings. He went 13-3. Okay. He was playing amazing.
But that's
Well,
also
he went
I've ever
11
seen.
and he went 11 and
One of
3
the
as a
best years
starter.
I've ever seen.
Well, it is arguably probably the third best year I've seen from the Vikings in my time. 98 Vikings were one of them.
And we were paying him under $400,000 a year.
Case Keenum?
He could commit to throwing a ball in.
What was Case Keenum's? Give me his stats for last year.
Here's where I am on Kirk Cousins. He needs a clean pocket. If he doesn't have a clean pocket, you're not gonna win. If
He has a clean pocket, you will.
but with Case Keenum, if you have a clean pocket, you might win. There's a chance you lose. If you have if it's not a clean pocket, you can still win.
Also, who was the offensive coordinator that left Minnesota?
Pat Shermer.
Exactly. That's another thing. If Pat Shermer didn't leave, we don't know. Kirk Cousins could have been extremely successful.
That's very true.
So what do
Next topic up. Does Antonio Brown deserve to be on an NFL team? Does he? No.
Talent, yeah.
I mean, he's right now easily a top 10 receiver for talent wise.
But I mean, I was hard on Mike Tomlin. I honestly think it might have been Antonio Brown being toxic. That might have been why the Steelers were failing.
When you look at it though, like, would you take he's had how many teams in the last 4 months? 3?
Steelers, Raiders, Patriots.
He's had 3 teams. They both he's running out of chances.
No.
Would you, as a Vikings fan, would you put him on the Vikings?
No.
There you go.
Bills.
He is probably the most toxic player in NFL history to be in the locker room.
Worse than Terrell Owens, worse than
Hands down.
Randy Moss, worse than
And he can't-
Randy Moss.
Randy Moss was toxic. But
Not like Antonio Brown was. Or is. Yeah.
But I don't know. Do you think he's gonna find a team? No.
Honestly,
I
I could see the Bengals, Dolphins, or Browns.
I could see he makes a team and is on it. Okay, one thing that I saw is that the Patriots had a 3-time murderer on their team longer than Antonio Brown.
Yeah, but my thing with that is like that he wasn't found guilty of it until once he went to actually got indicted, then they kicked him off the team.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, Patriots are kind of that last run of the mill thing, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If it's the same with Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon's still on that team. They gave Josh Gordon how many chances? Patriots were the last chance for Antonio Brown in the whole league. Like you said, maybe
What's his
the
name?
Miami Dolphins, the Bills might pick him up, but
Well, that's
What's
why.
that receiver that Demaryius Thomas?
What? About
The
what?
Demaryius
Patriots
Thomas.
had Demaryius Thomas, right? Or
Who?
do you still have him?
no, they got Demaryius Thomas is off the Patriots.
Traded.
Yeah, no, he was cut.
Yeah.
He was traded.
But that's talent
He was
wise.
cut.
He
Do you
was
think
cut, then
he'll
signed and
still be on
traded.
a team for a good amount of time?
Well, he's not talented though.
Who is?
Well,
Demaryius Thomas is on his downfall of his career.
Oh, hands
Yeah.
down. No, he is like Terrell Owens.
Yeah, Antonio Brown has a good 2 years left,
Really good teams
Talent-wise.
left.
talent wise.
But he's
But
wasted.
I could see him
again-
getting signed and then getting cut by the end of the year.
Yeah. You see him getting signed by one more team and getting cut by one more team?
Yeah, and then his career is over.
Who thinks he should be in the Hall of Fame?
Antonio Brown?
I mean,
Should he be in the Hall of Fame?
He has really
He's a
good
seven-time Pro
stats.
Bowler,
Stats are
four-time
amazing.
first-team All-Pro, 11,263
Was he in that Super
yards,
Bowl?
75 touchdowns, 13.4 yards
He
per
should have been in
reception.
the Super Bowl in the Pittsburgh, right? He
Did he
made it
have
to
a
a
Super
Super
Bowl?
Bowl, right?
He's led the league in receptions twice, receiving yards twice, yards per game
Luke,
once.
does he have a Super Bowl?
Didn't he win one with Ben
Well, what's his-
Roethlisberger?
No, that
What's
was
his
Heinz
name?
Ward.
Martavius Bryant.
What's
was
his name? That
Heinz
one
Ward.
receiver.
Heinz Ward?
No, the one with the game winner. Back of the end zone.
Oh, that was
That was a Bryant, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was-
Martavius Bryant. I'm pretty
Martavius
yeah,
Bryant?
yeah, it was Martavious Bryant.
Yeah. Well, he had one foot down.
No, did he?
Yeah, he didn't know he had
No,
one.
he had one foot on top of the other. That's the worst call ever.
So coming to a consensus on this, like Antonio Brown will not have a job at the end of the year.
No.
Mm,
I doubt he even get a job. But
So you think this is the last thing for him, and he's done with the NFL?
For sure, it's last year.
maybe
What-
if the allegations.
I mean, I can see the Dolphins. They can't get any worse than they already are.
I mean, I guess if
They
all the
lost
allegations
59.
are...
They lost by 49 to Baltimore and 43 to New England.
But would you put another toxic player into an environment that's already pretty bad? Antonio Brown's has always been
How
on
can
a
you make
winning.
it worse?
Antonio Brown has been always on a winning team, except for the Raiders this year, and that lasted a good 0 games.
They're on track to go 0-16.
Hey, he didn't have a
Okay.
drop pass.
Huh?
He didn't drop a single
At
pass.
this
He didn't
point,
catch
at
a
this,
single pass either.
I
at
know.
this point, Miami should be completely focused on talent because it doesn't matter if they're toxic.
Yeah.
They're not gonna make the postseason. Okay.
And people like Randy Moss were still
As
on
they
the
go
team
13
even though they were toxic.
Who really wants to be on a team that's gonna be 0-11? No,
Oh,
who's
and
gonna want?
11.
Yeah.
1-16, 0-11.
No. I'm just saying. For instance, like it gets to that point, 0-11. What happens?
Oh.
Like no one's gonna be going to your games. You might as well have someone. No one's gonna be oh man, the Dolphins are playing.
But then again, do you think getting him on a team goes, you know what, I'm going to go watch this because Antonio Brown's on? Or do you think it's going to have a negative effect? Like, this dude, like, people are probably hating Antonio Brown right now in just, like, general.
Yeah, but they're gonna watch the guy. He's entertaining.
But
If he
he's
drops
like,
a pass, you
But
have
I'm-
600,000 tweets
But
about
I'm
it.
just, like, saying, it's like, you're looking at sexual allegations, if they're true or not, whatever the case may be. Right now, he has something against him. Do you think that's going to cause a drop in ticket sales or an increase in ticket
If
sales?
Antonio Brown's on the Dolphins, increase hands down.
Really?
Because you're going to see Antonio Brown. You don't want to see a Dolphins team that's gonna lose 43-0. You want to at least see some like 35-21. You know, it's at least somewhat competitive. He might score a couple touchdowns. Maybe an insane grab on the sideline. You never know.
I think we're putting too much. I think he's always had a good quarterback. I think putting him on the Dolphins is not going to do anything. I think he's going to do a Randy Moss in Oakland.
I mean, have you seen the throws that Ben Roethlisberger has thrown at him? He just flings it sometimes. You know.
You know what'd be funny?
And he
Great
did pretty
catches.
good with.
If Antonio Brown stayed on the Steelers, he'd be in a much better position.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not right
definitely.
now.
Why not?
Big
Well,
Ben's
he's-
hurt.
Big Ben's hurt. And who's
Yeah, and
the
Mason
quarter-
Rudolph is stepping up. He's actually a solid quarterback.
Well, we've only seen a little bit of it.
But, man, maybe that's the next topic. Who's the best quarterbacks in the league right now?
Best quarterbacks in the league. Ooh.
This is Patrick Mahomes. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. In our next podcast, we'll be talking about the best quarterbacks in the league. It will not be biased at all.